cannot imagine the sheer horror these children must have experienced seeing their mother with a gun. The sheer horror that second child had as he heard the discharge of that weapon for the first child. And maybe even both of them seeing their mother pull the trigger, taking their life. At this time, the court will state for the record, the court has considered the probation pre-sentence report, arguments of counsel, the contents of the file, and no sufficient reason having been shown why judgment not be pronounced and sentence imposed. In case number 23 CR 404, Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Tiffany Lucas, as to count 1. The court will adjudge the defendant guilty of the offense of murder and fix her sentence at life in prison. On count 2, the court will adjudge the defendant guilty of the offense of murder and fix her sentence at life in prison. This time, the court will order that the Sheriff's Department deliver the defendant to the custody of the Corrections Cabinet for service of her sentence of imprisonment. That's all for today. Court will be adjourned.
Tiffany Lucas, 33-year-old from Kentucky, will be spending the rest of her life behind bars for killing her 2 sons last year, shooting both boys in the head inside of their family home, and then claiming she was manipulated through Facebook into committing the horrific act. Judge Rodney D. Burress on Friday ordered Tiffany Lucas to serve 2 life sentences, 1 each for the slayings of Maurice Peanut Baker Jr., 6, and Jaden Howard, 9. Prior to Burress handing down the sentence, several family members delivered victim impact statements to the court. Maurice Baker Sr. told the court that since the day Maurice Jr. was born, Lucas held my son over my head, no matter how many times he begged to be with the boy. So many birthdays he missed, Baker said. I had a party planned, and she never let him come. I begged her, the last time I texted her. I asked her, please, can I just talk to my son? She ignored me. After saying that he'd made multiple attempts to get custody of his son, Baker reportedly looked directly at Lucas, telling her, you know what you are. Regina Rowan, Jaden's grandmother, also addressed the court. She too used her time on the stand to speak directly to Lucas. My heart is in pieces, and you know that you have always had a place to drop them off. You took him from me, and I hurt every day, every second of the day. I hurt, Rowan told the convicted murderer. I want you to suffer just like I'm suffering right now.
When you're ready, go ahead. You know we love Jaden and Maurice. You know Jaden was the only thing we had left. And you took him from us. You know I had already lost his dad. And then my other son. And then you took Jaden. You have ripped our lives apart. And you know that you could have gave them kids to us, and we would have took care of them. But you have been selfish. My heart is in pieces. And you know that you have always had a place to drop them off. You took him from me, and I hurt every day. Every second of the day, I hurt. And I hope they give you 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. I want you to suffer just like I'm suffering right now.
In an attempt to show her deteriorating mental state at the time, Lucas's defense attorney reportedly played a video from a neighbor's doorbell camera. I need to have good people around me. I need family. "I need help," she reportedly says, in the footage filmed just one day before the murders. Barres also spoke briefly before formally handing down the sentence. "I cannot imagine the sheer horror these children must have experienced, seeing their mother with a gun. The sheer horror that second child had as he heard the discharge of that weapon for the first child. And maybe even both of them seeing their mother pull the trigger, taking their lives." Lucas will be eligible for parole after serving a minimum of 20 years, but prosecutors told Louisville Fox affiliate WDRB that the chances of her being released after only 2 decades are slim to none. Lucas was accused of firing 4 shots in 30 seconds, claiming the shooting was an accident and stating that she was manipulated through Facebook, through the internet, or threw Wi-Fi into doing what she did. The Bullitt County Sheriff's Office said that a neighboring husband and wife saw Lucas lying down in their driveway on the morning of the slayings, and the man called 911 after discovering the shocking scene inside the suspect's home. Lucas had allegedly told the neighbors her kids were dying. After Lucas's arrest, a detective testified that she said, "I'm in such a bad spot," when she was questioned about the crimes, said, "I'm so stupid," and claimed she would never do anything like this unless someone manipulated me.